Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here. It is the final of the men's side of the Dubai Sevens. We just watched Australia get the win over Fiji, so they were able to secure that gold. And now we wait and see eagerly who is going to be able to get the win here. It is going to be the USA, like I mentioned, up against a tough South African side. But USA, they chose the right time to peak when it comes to their form. And now because of it, they will come into this game with a little bit more confidence, able to get a big win over Fiji as their last fixture. Also, a little bit earlier on in the competition, they did get beaten by Spain, 12 points to 7, but before that, able to win up against Kenya, 14 points to 7. Then 21-21, it was a draw between them and Argentina. So USA, from that, you would say that maybe they were lucky to make their way through to the quarterfinal until you see some of these other fixtures that they do have. 35 points to 17 over Great Britain. Very nicely done in the quarters to make it through to the semis where they were able to beat the Fijians, which is not an easy task at all. 21 points to the 19. I say South Africa by 12, but the Americans could easily pull off another upset here. As I said, Sebastian, and we have got there, hey, from Ellie Hills. Welcome into the live stream. Hope you are still wide awake. We are sitting 4:20 a.m. here in New Zealand, but I was not going to be missing these games. Speaking of not missing, Springboks, they are not missing a beat at the moment. The way that they have been playing, extremely impressive. First game of the Dubai Sevens, they were able to get the win, 28 points to 7 over Ireland. Then from there, the biggest kind of situation, it was 52 points to 12 in that one between South Africa and Japan. Biggest winning margin is what I was trying to say there before I messed up my words. 31 points to 12 over Great Britain, and then a big win over Australia, 29 points to 5. And then they were in that semi-final situation, and they did have to try and beat the Argentines, and that is exactly what they did. 17 for South Africa and 7 for them as well. And also, we have this video focus is great. I can see your wrinkles as well. Tell you what, they are big at the moment on my forehead, that is for sure. And also, amateur moderators, keep logging in some people. I was permanently blocked on your channel on my other account as well. See, Sharp Brown, I think as long as like it is all cool in the chat, I feel like there shouldn't be too many issues overall, because I think it is normally if you say something that does end up coming across as not ideal, I think that is when they have been blocking and whatnot. But now we are waiting to see exactly who will be winning this game between South Africa and the USA. And we have got there, Trunk is a Wales fan as well, and USA for the win as well. It is going to be exciting to see what the USA can do. Like I mentioned, they were having a little bit of trouble in the group stage, but then from there, it was quarterfinals and then semi-finals. They were able to do extremely well and just keep on going from strength to strength. And with the likes of Carl and Isles in that starting lineup, in fact, they have actually decided to leave him off the starting lineup. Instead, they have started Perry Baker. It seems to be one or the other that they do decide to go with, and we have got there only joking about the wrinkles, as I says Xbox. They have also got LeCamp in that starting lineup, Williams, Tupuola, and also they are going to be having Leota in there as well as another player to mention. Interestingly enough, all of the players that I was saying will have a big impact for them, they are actually having off the bench. I see straight away that there is no sign of the number 12 for this one, Osefa. He's been phenomenal in the first few fixtures, but it is going to be instead Carlin Isles, also Targo Schroeder. He's been very good for them as well. And then it will be Nuia and Tomasin who will be coming off the bench in the later stages. We have what's got there for the Springboks 7 side. Visa will be starting in this match. Also, Davids Pretorius. Tell you what, this other man, Selvin Davis, he's been phenomenal in this match and also just in general throughout the whole stage. But the women's standings at the moment, they are sitting on 20 points there for Australia with a points differential of 124, and they have done very nicely there. Also, Brown Soyaswapi, the captain of the South Africans, and also we have got there S. Van Veek as well. And also we have got there, the last thing I did was block a troll, and then I was blocked. How is that justifiable? As well says Jack Brown. Also we have got there Krovala, and then also Oosterhuizen, Pretorius, Deprea, and then Williams is the bench that they have decided to go with. But they are showing there the men's competition champions in Dubai. Now there's a name that is popping up quite often there, and it is South Africa. They have won 3 times in the last 5. There is only a couple other changes there. Fiji in 2015, 2018 did go the way of the Kiwis. But the big question here is now whether or not we will get to see South Africa make it 4 from the 6 as well. South Africa is my team as well, and I'm up for the close contest as well. It says Russell there in the chat. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it does go for this matchup. It is coming very, very close, and I believe they are going to be making their way out onto the field now between these two sides. South Africa, USA, Carlin Isles off the bench, Perry Baker in the starting lineup. It's the Blitzbox experience that wins game as well. Says Espock there. But it is going to be exciting. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who is going to be the standout for both of these sides in this match, do you feel? because I would say, you know what, I'm going to say Carlin Isles off the bench. He's going to be important for the USA in this one because he had such a good game up against Fiji, and he's just going to have to try and keep that one going. For South Africa, I would say it's Sawyers Wapi. I think it's going to be the wingers who are going to be crucial in this match for both of their sides. Perry Baker is actually going to be the same number as Sawyers Wapi here, so I am excited to see how it goes. But number one in the world at the moment for the ranking side of it, or seed for going into this one, South Africa up against the 6th USA. And it is doing very nicely for them to make it there. And it is actually a different starting lineup that they have got there for the teams, which is interesting enough. They are going to be starting, and at the end, they haven't actually got Baker in the starting lineup. They are actually going to be going with Carlin Isles. I have been lied to big time. They have got a random lineup here for myself, but we will go with it at this stage. But it is actually going to be in at the starting lineup. Schroeder is there, Tomasin, and also they will be having a man there as well in the name of Carlin Isles. But now Sawyers Wapi going to be leading out his boys for this one. And also make sure, or be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated support. As well says Sebastian, you're the man. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It is usually appreciated, and it does help us out. Lets us know that you want to see more Sevens content in the future, and we have got another Sevens competition taking place next week. So it just keeps on going from strength to strength in the world of Sevens. Then after that, it is late January that we do get to see it continue. But we are covering every game of rugby that we can, including a game tomorrow night, which is going to be Sail Sharks versus Saracens for the Gallagher Premiership. So be sure to check that out as well. But now they are ready to go. It is the handshake at the front between the two captains there. It is going to be Sawyers Wapi and also the Captain Williams for his side. And also we have got there in the chat, we have got there any more rugby for tonight. I still have 6 beers to finish as well, says Springbok. The stage, I believe the Barbarians versus South Africa game will be on replay, available on the World Rugby YouTube channel, although I believe if it is anything like the result was earlier on, you may not want to look at that one because the South African side, they did struggle a little bit there in that fixture. But Williams, he is excited for this game. He's been playing pretty well, in the recent ones. As well, we have got the S-Buck. He's put the thumbs up with the laughing emoji there in the chat from. But now it is going to be the national anthems of both of these sides. It's going to be exciting. Schroeder, he's a large individual. He's going to be important off the kickoff here for his side. And I will say once again, I am disappointed to see that Duplessis did end up getting injured. I wish he was there because he was playing very well up till that point. He did actually end up with the leg injury that did have him stretch it off the field. But we have got the South African national anthem. It's a very nice one. And you can see there Dan Duplessis, or not Dan, sorry, I keep on calling him Dan, but it's Muller Duplessis. He's actually got the crutcher. So I really hope that he hasn't got anything too serious and it isn't something along the lines of maybe a broken bone, but we will have to wait and see indeed. But now the Springbok Sevens, we have got the zoom in of their jersey, and then we have got Sawyers Wapi. He is looking determined to be able to get a side to win here. South Africa, they will want this one. They were able to get themselves into the situation of doing decently very recently because they were able to get themselves 2 wins in Canada for back-to-back series. The first one, they were able to beat Canada in the final, and then, it was Kenya in the final, and then the next one, I believe it was Great Britain, but I could be wrong. And that regard, we have got there. I'll tell you what, that is a bit serious here in the chat, isn't it? But now they are hoping to get themselves a 3rd in a row because normally, I'll be honest, everyone thought South Africa versus Fiji was going to be the match we were seeing here. But instead, USA peaking at just the right time, being able to just keep on going from strength to strength. And that is why they are going to be here for this final. But we are going to hear the national anthem of USA in a very short moment. But Selvin Davids, for me, has been absolutely terrific for South Africa. Definitely one of their standouts and definitely has the potential to be a match winner for them here. South Africa will win 26 points to 22 as well. I'm feeling like it is going to be a very close one indeed. And that seems like maybe a very decent shout for the score prediction. But Selvin Davids, if he can get going, who knows, maybe they can win this one by a few more points, depending on how it goes. The USA, they did lose their game to Spain, but that is a distant memory because they have made it right through to this stage now, and it will be their national anthem. And then we are ready to go. I'm excited for this game. We were originally going to be doing the match between the Barbarians and Manu Samoa. That game got cancelled due to cases, so now we are here for the Sevens, and I can't think of a better way to spend my 4:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning than watching a bit of Sevens with you guys in the chat. So if you guys are new, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel. It is hugely appreciated, all the support you guys have been showing. And yeah, be sure to hit that like button. Let's see how many we can get on this one. It is Devin Williams, is it Devin? No, it's not Devin. It is, I've forgotten his first name. Is it Kieran Williams? Sorry. And it is going to be interesting to see what he can do as the captain here. He is actually, that's the thing. Both of these sides have about 5 individual players who have just been on another level. Perry Baker, he's another level in terms of the height of that man. But Carlin Isles, his pace factor in this game could be absolutely just phenomenal for them. But Sawyers Wapi, it is Sawyers Wapi for South Africa will definitely be one to watch out for when you're talking about pace, power, personified between those two men. But Schroeder, he's got a mullet and a half, that is for sure. And also Tago, another player who has been standing up very nicely for the USA. But now the USA's national anthem, it is almost over. USA by a hair as well. Says Fanny there in the chat. But now that is the national anthem done for the USA. Oscar Beard scored a try for the Quins as well. Says Sebastian, Oscar Beard. That name rings a bell. You will have to fill me in on what position he plays, though, Tomasin. Now he is ready to go for this one as well. He's going to be in the starting lineup alongside Carlin Isles. Also Schroeder, like I mentioned, phenomenal off a kickoff in terms of receiving that ball. But this game is about to be underway. Osefa, he's been phenomenal. The Rock, as they call him. He is certainly a boulder when it does come to running his way forward. The referee is Rosier, who will be in charge of this one. 108 matches for him, so huge amount of experience for him in the Sevens division. But it is going to be next weekend. It is actually going to be the match taking place between maybe these two sides again. Who knows what we will be getting ourselves into for the Dubai Sevens 1 week from today. We have us get there. Hopefully the draw masters, London Irish, won't be at it again as well. Says it was Sebastian, and also we have got there in the chat. Sorry, are we all shown or are we all shaven? So no, here South Africa will win then as well, says Springbok. But now it's going to be kicked off here by, I believe it will be in the hands of South Africa. And it's going to be a good opportunity. Pretorius, he's been doing well so far for his South African side. And Selvin Davids looks like he is going to be kicking this one high. What side does he decide to go to? Takes a very deep breath now. Really just soaking in the moment. And he kicks this one off high with the left boot to get this one underway. Taken nicely, beautifully taken by Tago there. It's going to be available now for the USA. Schroeder fires it back across field. And straight away it is going to be Williams. He's got Carlin Isles with him and does the step as well. Passing it back across field to Schroeder. Still inside of their own 22 here for the USA. Little bit of pressure on them. But that is a beautiful wide cutout pass to Tago now. Driving his way for Pretorius. Drags him into touch and that ball has gone out. And it is now going to be the South African line out as well. And we have got there as well. And I reported this channel as well as Seth Rowan there. That is unfortunate. But I am not in charge of anyone in the chat. But Visa now is going to be one of the players who will be looking forward to getting a chance here. But the fact that you have about 20 accounts makes me slightly concerned. Because has it been you that has been spamming, Rowan? Do let me know. But now it is going to be Brown. We'll be throwing this one in. And it is going nicely in. Almost stolen by Schroeder. But now it is still once again available now. Brown goes back to Sullivan on the outside. Selvin Davids it was now. Van Veek got it, man. Oh, Sawyers Wapi slipping. And did just lose the footing a little bit. Selvin Davids once again now. Going to be going back across field here for the Springbok 7 side. Wide cutout pass taken nicely there by the number 4 there. Davids just trying to bulldoze his way forward. He's going to be held up just a metre short of the line though. Once again going back across Pretorius through the hands. And it's Brown. Oh, I tell you what, the fumble helped him. And it's going to be the try there for the Springboks. Like they are saying, fortune for South Africa there. He ended up in the situation of pretty much he fumbled the ball. And then they ended up committing to that, the USA. They were trying to get that interception. And then from there, South Africa able to get themselves that try. And it was Brown. So in the end, was actually the ball out wide. Visa went with the wide cutout pass. Nicely done in the hands of Davids, who just bulldozed his way forward. And then Brown able to finish off it for South Africa as well. And try South Africa as well. And the chat from Sebastian there. Like they're saying, smallest man out on the field, but definitely the biggest heart when it does come to being able to go through. He's got a lot of strapping on that knee. Hopefully it does hold up. While the rest of it, and it's going to be a drop kick there from South Africa, and they lead this match now 7-0 in the final up against the USA. The USA, they will have to fire back very soon if they want a chance of winning this one, because one thing you cannot afford to do is let the South African 7 side really run away with the game. As soon as they get about that 14 points or so, they are normally moving on to that 30. And now it's going to be kicked off. Pretorius chasing this one hard once again, taken by Tago. It's been very solid under the high ball. It is a great job there from South Africa. It's a stolen ball there in the breakdown. And they are once again going to be keeping this one out the back line or drop ball there. And it is going to be the scrum feed now for the USA. 6 minutes into this first half left. So this game is going to be, that's the thing. It's 14 minutes. It flies by, but I'm hoping this final we are going to get to just enjoy every single moment of this game, see the miniature battles that do take place out on the field as well. But anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are going to be back with plenty more rugby union and also rugby sevens next week. We are going to be having it, and it is going to be the Dubai Sevens once again there. But now it is going to be fed in there for it will be the number 7 Newer who will be putting this one in. I'm looking around for Carlin Isles. He was absolutely brilliant in the game up against Fiji, able to use his pace. Selvin Davis trying to shut them down. Now it's going to be Yosefa puts a head down, and he is just bulldozing his way down the wing there, the Rock, as they like to call him. He's dropped the ball, though, and it is the knock on, and now it's going back for the scrum feed for South Africa. So this game is going to be a frantic pace at the start of it. By the looks of it, it will be pretty nice for the players to get the chance at a scrum every once in a while. But this is the gold final. Whoever wins this game gets 22 points towards the 7 series. It is currently at this stage, as we are sitting, I will name the top 6. Great Britain at 6. 5 is Australia. 4 is going to be Fiji. 3 is going to be Argentina. And then now one of these two sides will be 1 and the other will be 2. But for Fiji to finish in 4th, they'll be a little bit disappointed. But the best thing is it's only up from there for Fiji, and next week I'm sure that they will be well and truly into it. But now Brown feeding that ball into the scrum, nicely done here for the Springboks 7 side, and now it's going to be Selvin Davis once again going for the grubber here, trying a different tactic. And tell you what, Sawyer's Wapi, he's got rapid fire pace. Carlin Isles with him. Oh, he somehow saved it. Carlin Isles, I don't know how he's done that. I don't know how Carlin Isles has somehow been able to stop that one. It has been taken back. They're going to be going upstairs just to check this one, but Carlin Isles, you know, he's got pace. Sawyer's Wapi is rapid though when it comes to his running, that is for sure. And they are going to be checking this one to see whether or not it was taken back or kicked out of the hands, perhaps, I believe is what the call is going to be. 22 dropouts, so that is what it is going to be. So a try-saving effort there from Carlin Isles. He is fighting like a player who wants his USA side to be able to get the win. That would be a huge upset as well, due to the fact that they did struggle in the early games up against Spain, but now they have been able to really go from strength to strength in the last few matches. That's going to be the 22 dropout, and they are going to be retaining that ball now. It is now Tomasin trying to go back through the gap. Still available here for the USA, and South Africa will thrash USA by 29 points to 12. As I said, Stephen, it could be a possibility, although at this stage, 7 now firing it back. Carlin Isles shut down, and Sawyer's Wapi straight on the ball. That's the penalty to South Africa as well. Now taking the quick tap there, Van Vick. Now passing that back across field. Selvin Davis, he does deserve himself a try in the final as well. He's almost scored in every other match, and he's still going. Selvin Davis wide, cut out pass, and it's going to be Pretorius who does score the try there for South Africa, and that is another one. And it should be a relatively easy kick here for the South Africans as well. But 12 points now to them and 0 for USA. It was well done, Selvin Davis. I feel like for me, he is probably, I've got to say, he's got to be close to man of the tournament the way he has been playing. He just keeps on breaking tackles, keeps on making meters for his side, in the wide lobby pass straight into the hands of Pretorius, who does put it down there. And it is the second try of the match for the Springboks. But now they are going to have themselves a nice kick. It's relatively simple, but it's also out on the angle a little bit, so it's probably a little bit tough for them to be able to know it, but we'll have to wait and see whether or not he can do so. He struck it very well. It's got the distance, it's got the accuracy, and now 12 points tunes into 14 here for South Africa, and 0 still for the USA here. As I try to try, South Africa is the best as well, says Michael. They are about to make it 3 in a row, perhaps, for the wins in the 7 series. I am looking forward to a TRY as well, says Johan, and Box are the blitz. Says Springboks there. It is a good kick forward, but Tomasian taking it nicely there. Now at this stage, 40 metres out from the own line here for the Eagles. Nice step there. Sefa once again throwing himself at the line. He will do that every day of the week. Pretorius now taking it back though for South Africa, and they are going to have another opportunity. Selvin Davis back in the pace, still going for it, and he's stepping on the inside, and he's gone almost round Schroeder. Match saving tackle perhaps there from Schroeder, and it's a penalty there from Tomasin. Was able to win it. Very nicely done there from that man, but the tackle had to be made by the USA. Perry Baker's already standing up on the touchline. It looks like they may be making a sub sooner rather than later to see whether or not he can inject some sort of real pressure with the pace game. But Sawyer's Wapi, he is, like I mentioned earlier on, he's a rapid player. He can just run 1,000 miles an hour. How's it, mate, as well? Says Wolverine, welcome into the live stream, mate. It is great to have you here for this match. Currently 2 minutes left in this first half, and South Africa leading this one 14-0 up against the USA, who were able to beat Fiji in their semi-final match. South Africa beating Argentina, and where's the Barbars game as well, says Wolverine. It actually ended up getting cancelled about an hour before kickoff. They did actually say that there were a couple cases that did pop up. So because of that, they had to cancel that game from taking place. So it is a big shame. We were going to be covering it on the channel. That's going to be a great run there from Brown, straight through. Scores between the sticks. And it is very nicely done. And tell you what, him and Schroeder just having a couple words there. But yeah, pretty much that game did get cancelled, unfortunately. So that is why we weren't able to cover it. But hopefully they do try and reorganise it to take place at a different time, because it would have been great to see Samoa get a little bit of action. But at the moment, South Africa getting a lot of action here with the ball in hand, keeping the possession for as long as physically possible. And then it was once again Brown with the step, scoring his second try of the match. Perhaps a hat trick in the final could be on the cards for that man, but he's been playing very well. And Brown too fast, able to pierce his way through the gap nicely. Does score the try, and Davids is fired up for him. That one's going to be going over as well from the Springboks. So now the score, 21 points to 0 at halftime. Can they get themselves possibly, I'm going to say they're not going to get to 50, but I think they're going to get to 35 here, South Africa. They've got 2 more tries in the tank, but it's whether or not the USA can find any way of striking back. I have mentioned it once again from earlier on, 21 points to 0. We have seen that scoreline before, and the team who were behind can win this game, 26 points to 21. We saw it a couple times in the Tokyo Olympic Games, but this wasn't up against South Africa and the USA. They're going to have to work extremely hard to try and get themselves a win here. They are just getting dried down at the moment. It is extremely hot there in Dubai, and you want to make sure that you are just breathing deeply. Hydration is key, and they are going to be getting used to these conditions. They've got there another week, and then they are going to be going back to Dubai, and they are going to get to do it all again next weekend. And South Africa would be wanting to make it 2 from 2 perhaps in the wins in that regard. And what makes the Boks the best is their defense as well. So Springbok, yeah, they're certainly not letting any tries kind of leak in these ones, and even in their fixtures that they have in the past, a lot of them, they are able to keep their opponents only scoring like the 1 or 2 tries. Like 1 try was scored by Ireland, 1 try by Argentina, 1 by Australia, 2 by Great Britain, and 2 by Japan, which is probably a little bit of the outlier, I guess you could say there, for Japan to have scored the 2 tries up against them. As that game, I mean, at the end of the day, though, when it is 52-12, you're probably going to let your defensive side maybe go downhill just a little bit due to the fact that, I mean, the gaps are opening up well. Blitzboks are definitely the best in the world right now as well. Says Wolverine, yeah, they are trying to make their way into not just keeping that number 1 position, but also maybe being able to get themselves back-to-back, maybe 4 in a row. Could be on the cards if they do win it next week as well. But anyone who was wondering who scored the tries, it was Brown, who was able to get one, Pretorius, and then the early try for Brown, who was able to score it. So he has got 2 so far. Can he get himself possibly the hat trick? We will have to wait and see. We have got the Who Win Barbarians game, Hamish, as well. So Kevin, that game, I was looking forward to it, I should say. But then it did get cancelled, unfortunately, due to cases in one of the camps. So because of that, it meant that the game was completely postponed, cancelled, and we didn't get to see it take place, unfortunately. So yeah, the only way we will get to see it, probably on Rugby Challenge. So perhaps I will try and get that up and running, but now it is going to be USA kicking off this one. We missed the All Blacks, though, as well, says Esbok there. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they do go. Late January is when they are coming back into the competition. It's going to be taken nicely by Sullivan Davis there. Schroeder trying to get up and cut that one off. Sullivan Davis, he's going to be wrestled down to the ground at this stage. It's a penalty to South Africa, and they're going to be taking this one quickly. You can guarantee that they want to keep this pace going for the later stages. Brown once again on the outside to Pretorius. Going to be the draw and pass. No, not quite able to get it going. Now he's breaking through. Pretorius still going with a brilliant run. He's still going. No one's been able to stop him. And now it's a beautiful inside ball, and Brown does score the hat trick. He does it as well there. Nicely done. Ronald Brown scores. What a run from Pretorius. He just kept going. He kept on going and going. He broke about 3 tackles. USA probably won't even score here as well, says Wolverine there. And they join they'll join the series soon enough. Them alongside Samoa as well. Try for South Africa in the chat. John Sebastian. And once again, it's a nice easy kick for South Africa. So we'll make it 28 points to 0 in this game so far. The USA struggling up against this just ruthless attack of the South Africans, who just keep on going and going and going. Just absolutely awesome to see for them, and they will be absolutely loving it here for South Africa. Kick straight over. 28-0. 5 minutes 43 left in this match as well. Can the South Africans bring up 40 points here? We'll have to wait and see. Incredible lack of technique in the tackle as well, says Hollywood. Yeah, they just kept on going. Wouldn't think the box style of play was suitable for Sevens rugby, but there you go as well. Another chat. Although something that I do love watching about the Springboks is normally, I haven't seen it too much in this game so far, or really in the series. There it is, actually. Never mind. It is going to be Selvin Davis, kicks it in behind. The ball sits up for him. He scores again. He is on fire from that man. I just clapped. It's currently sitting 4:42 a.m. in my house, but That one deserved a little bit of a round of applause. What I was just about to mention, you guys probably won't believe me with the comment I was about to make. I was about to say something I like watching from the Springboks in this is actually that kicking technique that they do like to add into their game. They like going for grubbers, like going for chips, cross kicks, and it just well and truly just throws off defensive lines. And Selwyn Davids putting the chip over the top, scoring it there. South Africa are up to 35 points. Try for the South Africans once again. I'm proud of the South Africans as well, says Kaiser there in the chat. And also we have got their USA will get plenty of points in the table for reaching the final as well. But we have a bit of humiliation there as well. Yeah, if it keeps on going this way, if South Africa can bring up the 50 points here in this match, and New Zealand doesn't even play sevens anymore as well, says Wolverine, although they do, it is just they aren't in this one, alongside Samoa, and then also UK will be splitting back off into Scotland, England, and Wales. But pretty much in late January will be when they do get to take place. To take their place, I should say. Back in it now, once again, it is going to be Davids just whacking into the defensive line. Now Schroeder trying to break through, and it is going to be a nice run from the USA. Can they score themselves one try in this game? That is the first goal, and then the second is to just keep on scoring them. It is going to be a good sell of the dummy there from Williams. It's a penalty, though, and it is going back now just inside of their own half here, and it is going to be Schroeder. Looks like he will be taking the quick tap. Tackles so far made. 8 tackles made by South Africa, only missing the 1 tackle. Here's a number for you. Tackles made by USA, 5 missed tackles, 10. Tackle completion is 33%, 2 one-sided for a final as well. Yeah, I was expecting a little bit closer in this matchup, and now the USA, they are trying to drive their way forward, and it looks like it's opening up nicely. It is on the outside to Massine, trying to make his way forward nicely. He's got the man on the inside, decides against using him, and it is still going to be on the side. Pretorius trying to get in there, and he does get the penalty for his side as well. Another one for South Africa, says Freddie. Yeah, that's going to be 3 in a row in the sevens that they have been able to win. South Africa, very impressive. Currently 3 minutes 20 left in this game, and there is still time for them to possibly get themselves another try. Yeah, South Africa versus Fiji would have been a closer contest. We just know it as well. Yeah, I think that was the one that everyone wanted to see. And how did USA even get to the final? Imagine making it all the way only to face the blitz box as well, says Wolverine. Pretty much what did happen is they were struggling a little bit in the group stage, but then they beat a couple tough opponents. They were able to beat Fiji in the semi-final, 21 points to 19 as well. Massive upset against the Fijians as well. It was indeed. And now driving his way forward nicely, Pretorius once again with another fend. They just keep on going here. They are ruthless on attack here for South Africa. Sullivan Davis, he's got the man with him. Does he give it to Dupree? He does indeed. And Dupree now back in his pace, stepping nicely on the inside. Schroeder's getting turned inside out. Dupree a metre short from the line now. Who is there? Who wants it? And it's going to be Sullivan Davis now trying to slap that ball back. It's a penalty there for the United States. Now only a metre short of their line as well, and they have been able to win that one. 2 minutes 20 left now of this one. Perry Baker now with his massive frame. It's going to be a nice pass on the outside. Thomasine just jogging up the field now at the moment, trying to link up. Beautiful ball on the outside to Danny Schroeder. Could this be the try? It looks like Brown. No, it is going to be Van Fuyk, who is well and truly trying to get to him. It is a bit of a slip there for Davids. Looked flat, looked maybe forward, but it is going to be going forward, and that is going to be the try there for the USA. And it is the try of LeCamp, who has been able to score it, and they have been able to get themselves one back here. Now we go like this, and we do go like that as well. 7 points here for the USA, 35 at the moment for South Africa. 1 minute 40 left in this one. I will mention anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We have got their Fiji. We're rusty. It's understandable as well. Yeah, definitely with it's actually 11 debuts. That was close to flat, or close to forward, I guess you could say, but it was allowed, and it is going to be the try there for LeCamp. He has been doing very well. It is his debut season, and he has been able to score in a final, something that maybe he will be the only United States player to be able to do in this game, although it looks like they have still got the potential. They've still got the pace to try and get themselves maybe one more try, but the difference between these two sides at the moment, a whole 30 points between them, but now 110 left in this game of the final. It is going high, and it is nicely taken once again there by Dupree. A little bit of a knock on. No, it went backwards there for South Africa, and it's available for them once again. Grobbler going to be passing this ball back. They will be looking to close out this game, maybe score themselves one more. And this one, Soya Zwapi. He has the potential to score 2 in less than a minute, the way that he runs forward at the line. Once again, looking to the short side here for the South Africans, the Springboks, or the Blitzboks, I should call them. 14 metres out from their own line now. And it's going to be Davids now, plays first receiver, passing it back across to Grobbler. Soya Zwapi backing himself in the midfield. Wrestled down to the ground, and it's going to be still available here. And now Davids round the side. He is a solid individual. He's got the man on the outside. Passes the white ball out to Funsell. Pace on the display here, and it is going to be taken nicely by the South African, and he goes all the way to the line. And it is going to be the try now. And it is the try for Williams. And now at this stage, 15 seconds left. Does he put the ball down? He does indeed. 10 seconds left now in this game. That USA try will feel like a win to them as well, says Russell there in the chat, and try to the US. And the Springbok Women's get a hiding as usual as well. Yeah, they did end up losing to the Barbarians relatively. Unfortunately, it was a comfortable win for the Barbarians, but it is a tough one when you're taking players from all sorts of nations and taking them, well, versus just one team does make it a little bit tough for this side as well. We are at home, but that is going to be another try there, and it is 42 points now, and we've got no more game time, and it is going to be South Africa who are able to win this one. 42 points to 7 full time, and 1 Eagles win as well, says Russell Dold there in the chat. Oh, I got a tongue roll going for Russell there. I did hear myself go, but it is very nicely done by the Blitzboks. They've been able to go not just from Canada to Canada again. They were able to get themselves 2 first places, and now in Dubai, they win it. That is one of their stomping grounds, I guess you could say, for Dubai. They just keep on winning there when they do get the chance. They have won 4 out of the last 6 there for them. 18 straight wins on the trot. We need full complement of teams back. Go Box as well, says Hollywood, and where's the Kiwi as well? Says Barry, they are going to be joining back up in January. We are going to get to see them, and also Samoa join back up alongside UK, splitting off into England, Scotland, Wales, etc. For those ones, congratulations to the South Africans as well. Says Sebastian there, and also we have got there. Well done, USA, for making the finals. Bokbo as well. And can anyone stop these guys as well? Says Wolverine. That's a great question, and it is going to be one that the other sides are going to have to try and answer. I feel like we have said it quite a few times. If Fiji made it through to the final, I think it would have been a little bit closer than this one. USA, they were able to do nicely in the quarterfinal, very nicely in the semi-final, but then in the final, they were outplayed by a very strong box side. Thanks for the commentary, Hamish, as well. Says it was Russell. No worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, anyone who is watching at the moment, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you do enjoy a rugby podcast, we have got the Rugby Down Under podcast there, where we talk all things international rugby, including these sevens matches that are taking place. We are going to be going in depth with all of these ones taking place. Well done, Blitz, as well, says Freddie there. And also, cheers, says it, Barry. No worries, mate. I do appreciate you being here for these live streams. We are going to be back next week, Dubai Sevens. It's going to be just after my birthday, and it is going to be running from the 3rd of December here in New Zealand to the 4th of December for it as well for the men, and then the women are also going to be taking part. And also we have got there, Hamish, we must teach you Afrikaans, and I guess you could say Yao Lekker Ding. That is about all I can say in South African, or in Afrikaans, I believe. And also Baya Donkey as well. And also will the Kiwis be able to stop the Blitzboks? They got to get to the final first. I think it is going to be an interesting one to see how it does go. And we have got there. Cheers for today's stream, Hamish. As well, very nice work as always as well. And thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Hugely appreciated you being here. And you have been here for pretty much every single live stream, so appreciate you big time. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. Hope you enjoy all of our Dubai Sevens content that we have got, and we have got it again next week, like I mentioned. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Did enjoy? Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the Kiwi Lad Sport. It is the second pinned comment there that we have got, the second link that is, and we will be doing some more sport on there as our Spring Let's Go Boys as well. Says Aiden there, and green and gold struck against the Super. They do indeed. Very good performance here from the Blitzboks, and at the end of the day, they just kept on going. They were able to get themselves a win up against Argentina in the semi-final, and at the quarterfinal, also able to get themselves the win. And they just keep on winning, the Springboks, and that is why they are definitely going to be one of those sides to watch out for. But it was Ronald Brown who was the man of the match. He was able to get himself the hat trick and a very good performance. Thank you as well, CC Spot. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one. And it's all over. And also thanks, says Fanny there on the chat, and also Ellie has said thanks as well. So I will see you all for the next one.